So Star Wars Battlefront 2. This is a game that, like we said, has been improved massively, but it still has a ways to go in terms of customization, I think. And you and I have talked about how there's a few characters that have like 50 skins, like Han Solo or Rey, and then a ton just have 0.
Yeah, Han literally has 7 skins.
I thought it was 8. With
Maybe
the
it's
smuggler
8.
one.
I think it's 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But then you have characters like Vader, who doesn't have a single skin.
Yeah.
And actually, 4 of the 10
Villains. Yeah, I think only
have
4
skins.
of 10, yeah. It's crazy.
So they're missing 6, really.
Yeah, so we're going to run through our list of different characters that we think should get their own alternative costumes in Star Wars Battlefront 2. The new one, the EA one. Which is
the original.
Maybe the only good EA game on the market right now. All right, so the first one we have is actually Darth Maul. He has been in desperate need of a skin forever. For some reason, they've added in different references to older like works of the character. So like you have like him yelling Kenobi as an emote and stuff like that. But they won't give him a skin. They won't give him anything from that era, Clone Wars, Rebels, anything.
Yeah, especially because it's especially weird because he has 2 different eras where he could really have a skin.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has his Padawan skin, which is what he has, and then he has 2 different ones. And so we wanted to look at, obviously, Clone Wars is one that would be cool to see, but
with, like, his metal legs.
Yeah, and the leg work might be a little weird. I've seen a mod done for it, but I think the easiest way for the developers to go that would still be really cool is the Darth Maul from Rebels. He's no longer a Sith Lord, he's just a dark side user at this point. And the version that we saw of him that would be really awesome is actually shirtless. He's not quite as, hot and swollen up as Ben Swallow, but he's... I don't
think anyone is.
No, absolutely not. But he's got some thickness going on there. He's got his, I don't remember what they're called, but the Dathomirian Sith tattoos, obviously, on his whole body. And he has like a backpack or like a satchel. He has the strap from it going across his chest. He has plain black pants that are more akin to a Sith pants, but you can tell that he still has metal legs under this.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, like the legs are improved, so they're not like those rough put-together legs from Clone Wars.
Yeah, the ones that looked almost like a spider mixed with General Grievous.
Yeah, exactly. They're actually like actual legs.
Yeah, he looks human now.
Like. Yeah.
As human as a Dathomirian can look.
And actually, if you really weren't even paying attention, you wouldn't even be able to tell that they're metal.
That's true, yeah. At first glance, he doesn't look like he has them. And there's different pants he wears throughout Rebels where it will look more metal than later.
Yeah, and at one point also his lightsaber too has like that cool hook thing on it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you call that, but it was also in Solo. Too.
Oh yeah.
Like so I think
it's almost cool. It's not a cross guard like Kylo Ren's, but it's almost like a metal version of it. Yeah, that's definitely neat. This would definitely be a neat way to take the character that I think would add customization to him. The next one we have is actually Boba Fett. Boba Fett has not had many skins at all. Actually, he's had 0. So
yeah, and if you really think about it for the character Boba Fett too, it's like, what else would you do?
Right. Well, and we did talk about it too. There are non-canon skins they could go with from the old expanded universe. I get why they wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like why they wouldn't want the Star Wars Droids version, or why they might not want the concept art, because that's not technically canon.
Yeah.
But there is a suit that is canon in the Fett family that we haven't seen yet.
It actually is from Episode 2, though, but it's his dad.
Not Child.
It's his dad, Jango Fett.
Yeah, the armor is very similar. Obviously, I would assume you would not actually change the fighting style. Like, you'd probably still just have the one blaster rifle.
Yeah.
Either way, it's Fett family armor. It would make sense for this to be worn by him. It is different enough. It's silver and blue. I always thought this was like one of the coolest looking outfits in Star Wars.
Personally, I actually like Jango Fett's armor better than Boba Fett's.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as iconic in terms of like being around as long, but I think it's just as good design-wise.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So there's definitely a lot that you could go with there. So the next skin we have is actually Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan has a few skins, but there's one era of the character that is decidedly missing for some reason.
It's everything after 3.
Yeah, everything after 3. And we're not just talking about Force Ghost, because that might be a little weird to try to incorporate, but the pre-episode 4, where he's starting to look like Alec Guinness in the Rebels series, where he shows up only once, I believe.
I think it's twice.
Oh, is it twice?
I think so.
So
because he shows up once to appear to Ezra, and then a second time to fight Maul. But I think that might be the same episode.
It is the same episode, yeah, because he meets Ezra in that episode. Yeah, so what we will say about this one is I'm not sure if they do a different lightsaber style because the lightsabers in Rebels are a little thinner. Yeah. There is something you could do with that if you wanted, but really this would be a pretty easy skin to implement. I mean, it is just the Jedi robes. Yep. There's some differences there. I think there's some more brown in the chest area, like an under tunic.
Kind of looks like he's wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah, kind of. And he has a different belt. But that's mainly it. Other than that, it's just changing the facial shape a little bit, and it's white hair.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard to make.
No, they put in the Alden Ehrenreich Han Solo. Yeah. So I don't see why they couldn't do this.
And even if you didn't want to do this, you could also go with the Alec Guinness version.
Oh, just the further out?
Yeah, just do an episode 4 Ben Kenobi.
And that's the thing, is they look almost the same. This is just like a stepping stone between them.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't really matter which way you go. I think that this one would fit his fighting style a little better because you still see
not as old.
He has that, yeah, but it's only a few years before. Right. So it's kind of up to the choice of the developers. But we definitely would want to see this.
We would be fine with either one.
Yeah.
So the next one we have is actually a combination of
four skins. Yeah.
4 skins. And it's actually just the older versions of the original trilogy characters from the sequels.
Why are these not in the game?
I don't know.
Like, obviously you have Luke.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. And we don't want super old Luke. Like, we don't really want the one on Octo.
We want Luke from the Vision when he appeared to Kylo Ren.
In episode 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want Luke with his classic Anakin/Luke lightsaber that would later be passed down. It's sort of a middle point between episode 6 Luke and old Luke.
Yeah, he's like in his late 30s, 40s, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I would say he's in his like mid to late 40s in this. And he has, it's like a black tunic. There are elements in common with the Return of the Jedi, but it's more of a Jedi robes-ish looking tunic. He has a white tunic on underneath it, or like a white undershirt, along with a white long-sleeved outfit shirt. I don't know what you'd call it.
Yeah, like an undershirt.
Yeah, and he has black pants on. There's not a lot of great images of this full skin online, but he also has a brown belt with a silver belt buckle in the middle of it. I don't know. This just looks awesome.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, it's easy to make.
Yeah, it is.
All you do is just give him facial hair and then just update his
outfit
a little bit.
And his hair is just a little grayer.
Yeah.
His face hasn't changed much.
Right.
Like, that's the thing with these skins, too. If you're swapping in entirely different actors like Ehrenreich, there's really no reason why you can't do this.
It's pretty easy.
It's the same thing with Han Solo. I think his face changed more, so you need to do more to update his face. But the outfit is pretty simple. I mean, it's just pants, boots, a white t-shirt with some buttons, and a leather jacket.
And just color his hair gray.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And I think, too, especially with the Star Wars Battlefront is here to stay type statements, it seems like this would be good faith moves.
Yeah,
I think these other two from the old ones are not quite as interesting. I mean, Leia is fine. It's more just like a purple... there's a few different outfits, but I think we looked at the Force Awakens one, really.
I think that's probably the one where she's most prominent.
Yeah, and that's just the purple vest with a I don't know what you call this thing, man. Star Wars clothes are confusing to talk about, but she has a belt, a shirt that with the arms pulled up, like the sleeves pulled up,
like a ring.
Yeah.
So it's not really that difficult.
No, and I think that she also has like a little bit different style of hair, but it's sort of a play off of that episode 6 hair again.
Yeah.
So again, that's not too far gone. The last one is Lando. He's obviously one of the characters that changed the most in terms of his face.
He mainly just got a little bigger.
Yeah, well, and that happens with age, obviously, is that Billy D. Williams got much older. And he seemed to get back in really good shape for this movie.
Yeah, he actually said for 9, I think he lost like 30 pounds or something for this movie.
That's crazy.
So.
And I mean, he still looks great in this. This suit reminds me a lot of his suit in Solo.
Yeah,
like the yellow.
It does. And the good thing about it is Billy D. Williams actually looks pretty similar.
Yeah.
Even his hairstyle and everything is pretty much the same.
Yeah, and they really did a good job casting Donald Glover back then, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you sort of have the Solo-ish yellow undershirt along with the Cloud City the Cloud City governor or leader or whatever tunic on the outside, cape.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a lot going on there that's really cool looking that I think they could roll with and really bring some life to the character. I don't know. We haven't seen a lot of skins for him.
Yeah, the funny thing is he actually has a lot of skins. Like, he has like 5.
Yeah, but they're not that interesting.
No.
Like, what he has his main one that matters and solo. That's
and
like,
he has 2 solo ones, and then he has that skiff armor one from 6.
yeah, and that's neat. I mean, it's not like Boosh or whatever, however you say it for Leia. Yeah, it's not that cool. But yeah, that's true.
And I think with all these older versions of the original trilogy characters, the thing that's weird to me is it's not like we're asking for some old, like, prequel character or something. This is the current Star Wars
era.
movies. Yes.
Yeah, because these characters have come back.
Exactly.
And for some reason, they've kept doing skins for Rey and Kylo, but not these other ones at all.
Yeah,
like in that era.
It seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because even the people that don't like the sequel trilogy, they love the original trilogy characters.
Yeah.
So it seems like those would be instant hits with people.
Yeah, with the community, for sure.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of the Star Wars community that's playing Battlefront did like the sequels too.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the Rotten Tomatoes audience score. I mean, it's like 85, 86%, and it's like 70,000 people voted on it so far. So I don't know. The next one we have is actually Darth Vader. Now, wait a minute. What other skins can you possibly give Darth Vader? He wears like the same suit of armor from the time of the end of, Revenge of the Sith to the end of Return of the Jedi, or at least it looks similar. It's not always exactly the same though. And one stylish change that we really liked was the Rebels update to this skin.
Yeah.
He's taller.
Skinnier.
Yeah, he's much thinner, which is kind of in line with that Rebels style. And then there's the point that you loved about this skin.
Yeah, it's actually from the fight with him and Ahsoka. So there's actually a point in that episode where Ahsoka actually makes contact with his head.
Yeah.
And it actually cuts off like a piece of his helmet. And you can see his yellow eye.
Yeah, the Sith eye.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. And you can see, obviously, underneath that, Anakin's pretty damaged, like what's left of him.
Yeah.
And he's not Anakin really anymore in this state. So, like, that's a really cool way to do it. It does kind of line up with the battle-damaged Grievous that we've already seen. So they have a precedent of doing skins like this. And I don't see why they wouldn't. It's very unique, and it does add personality to the character.
Yeah, and it would be a cool addition.
For sure.
And I would at least give him a skin.
Yeah.
Like, probably the most famous Star Wars character of all time.
Oh, yeah,
and
for sure.
And
he's one of the most famous villains in all of literature and cinema.
Yep.
Especially modern. So the final one we have, I will say this is spoilers for Rise of Skywalker. If you have not seen Rise of Skywalker.
If you haven't seen Rise of Skywalker, go see it.
But the character we're going to talk about, yeah, definitely see it. It's awesome. The character we're going to talk about is on the poster. We're not going to say anything that happens to him, but I don't know. I'm sure someone will get mad about it being a spoiler if I don't just say it well. So get out of here if you don't want to hear anything. But Emperor Palpatine. Now, did you notice that this is sort of a mixture between his Return of the Jedi and his Revenge of the Sith suits?
I did notice that. It's kind of his Return of the Jedi suit in the sense where he has like the hood and like his coat and everything. But it also mixes with the Revenge of the Sith suit because it looks like he has like a red, kind of like a red undershirt.
Yeah.
But like that, like
it's like a Sith tunic.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You know how the Jedi have like a brown robe with like light tan outfit underneath, like a light brown tunic underneath. It's almost like he has that but red, and it's like folded over like a cross. I don't know how you say it, but like where you fold a shirt across your chest.
Yeah.
It's like that, like it's parted down his chest.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not very many good images of this. The best images we could find were in memes. So I don't know if I'll show some memes or what I'll show here. I didn't make these memes if I do show that. But I'd like to think they're a little funny. I don't know. And he even has the Sith eyes.
Yeah.
Like, Emperor Palpatine just looks fine in Battlefront. He's one of the most obnoxious characters in the game.
He's annoying.
But
I also think it'd be cool with the skin to have his, from episode 9, when like his skin or his fingers were kind of damaged.
Messed up.
Yeah, I think that'd be a cool addition too.
Yeah, and that would definitely depend because I don't want to say too much about it, but there is some stuff that's different depending on what way you want to take it for his episode 9 skin.
Yeah.
There's a few different scenes depending on, where he looks a little different. So yeah, either way, we just need something. Because it's kind of boring the way it is right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, these are 5 different, and I suppose it's more like 9 or 10, if you include the 4, different skins that we would want to see in Star Wars Battlefront 2, a game that has arisen back to its glory in popularity, I hope, at least a little, and it has massively improved. So hey, if you don't play this game, we recommend you check it out. You know, get out there on the battlefield.
Come join us.
Yeah, come join us. And hey, we hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content like it, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.